You want to hear Jackie read from your book?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
In fact, each day a different guy will read from the book his
Their
favorite part.
passage?
Right.
Today it's Jackie's reading.
Well, Jackie started reading to me in the car yesterday on the way over to that movie, and
Very good.
You thought you were going to split your sides.
that was good. It was it wasn't so much splitting your side. It was an interpretive reading of his favorite portion of the book.
You almost split your sides.
All right. Jackie,
Well, I fully expect Jackie to choke here.
yeah, I know.
Well, I told Howard I know
Jackie already-
Charlie
yeah.
Brown and Lucy. I'm going to absolutely be hung out to dry. But you know
Jackie
what?
already said to me, I know you guys aren't going to laugh. I go, you know what? It doesn't matter if
It
we
doesn't
laugh.
matter because I am so totally entertained by this.
All right, Jackie, which selection will you be doing?
I'll be reading a selection, Howard, from chapter 6, titled The Two Jameses.
All right.
And this is about Robin, who says that she almost never had a date, but then explains the date that she did happen to take.
Okay, let's hear it. See, Robin's already laughing.
Good.
Oh, I can't believe
I'm
you chose
actually
this part.
enjoying this more than I did yesterday.
All right, go ahead.
I was in heaven yesterday.
Well, now you got a big audience.
In a totally uncharacteristic moment of weakness, during my last year of high school, I'd agreed to let my father fix me up with a date for the senior dance. He was some guy who worked with my father at the steel mill. I should have known better. But my objective was to go to the dance, not find true love.
Jackie's going to put this on dial and joke.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on 922.
Hey, Jackie, maybe we should have a recording session now.
A different chapter on every line.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. So Robin now.
Use your finger.
Robin wants a date,
Father.
and her father's going to say.
Oh, shut up, Jackie. Just read the
All right,
section
go ahead.
you're
All right,
working
go
on.
ahead. The father's going to set her up on a date.
Okay, now we lost it.
No.
I should have known better, but my objective was to go to the dance, not find true love. It's a good thing, too, because the boy turned out to be a complete cretin. I can honestly say that there wasn't one thing I liked about him. He was an ugly, semi-literate hulk, totally devoid of charm.
Are you adding words?
No. Robin's not sure she wrote this.
A friggin' syllable.
Oh, wait. Start from the Hulk line
Not a
again.
frick.
That's a good one.
He was an ugly, semi-literate hulk, totally devoid of charm, grace, or tact. He arrived at his Sunday best, and it didn't do a thing for him.
So the guy.
Oh, you brute!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
He
sorry.
ate it.
I'm
He
sorry.
had a timing thing going
Oh, go ahead.
there.
Go ahead. Take the sentence
Take the
again.
sentence
I
again.
had
Sorry.
to give the queen her
All right.
moment.
Sorry, Jackie.
I will back up.
Yeah. He's doing good, so
I know she's
I shouldn't have interrupted. Go ahead.
He arrived.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He arrived in his Sunday best, and it didn't do a thing for him.
Look at Robin. She's like, oh, he's doing beautiful. I mean, she likes her words being read.
I, on the other hand, looked wonderful in a form-fitting black velvet number. Which was my first really sophisticated dress. The cretin's eyes almost popped out when he saw me.
The cretin's eyes almost popped out of his head.
Almost popped out when he saw me. I gotta skip the next one. One more?
What, you going to do another reading?
So,
He has a great... No, that was great. Do you want to hear another reading?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I didn't know that was that funny.
This is you know what? He was reading it to me. I was like, wow, this is a funny book.
there's another hunk, but
What do you think of that reading, Gary? You didn't hear it yesterday.
We loved it.
Yeah.
We loved
It's a
it.
great reading.
You want to talk to a black guy who's angry at Robin for...
Of course.
Well, he's just...
You know, why don't you put him on and let him hear the next segment? Maybe
what he's mad about is he doesn't understand what Robin went through this abuse. Why does she have to make it public to make a buck off it?
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Sure.
He's a goofy guy, though.
What's wrong with making it? It's her life. She might as well. You know what? Is he real? Does he speak real funny?
Moderately funny.
Okay. And then I'll put him on.
What is he up to that he doesn't want his children to disclose?
You're right.
Hey, it's her life. She might as well talk about it.
No, you know, it's a shame what Robin is doing. There are many genuinely abused victims in this country.
Oh, I'm not genuinely abused. Is
don't
that what you're
believe
saying?
Well, let the man make a point.
You're lying. You're lying.
Do you think her father didn't do that to her?
I don't believe so.
Did you read the book?
Yes, I did. You're lying. I don't believe you.
Why would I lie?
Well,
and
let's hear
say,
how he knows
I
that
just
you're
want to
lying.
know.
Wait, you're getting
Okay.
defensive for a
No,
second.
no. I had a very valid question.
Wait a second.
There have been people who have written and said the abuse that Robin suffered wasn't all that great in terms of, the kinds of abuse stories people have told in the past.
Sounded pretty bad to me.
Robin,
So
I
why
don't-
wouldn't I just say that
Howard-
a lot of other things had happened if I
All right,
was
hold on.
lying?
I don't believe that.
All right, now
Robin.
tell me why.
Because I've sat here many times. I've listened to this show for years.
Go ahead.
And I've heard you spoke about abuse victims before. Robin have joined you. She have never shown any sign of emotion, being anger, being depressed. She's lying.
This is a comedy show, sir.
It's all for the sake of money.
I
And
see.
she's trying to get attention.
I see.
It's a shame what you're doing. And stop it.
Robin, can you stop it already? Could you stop lying about the abuse? The guy,
Who is this guy? He's some guy putting on an accent.
it's Billy from his house.
This might be that cretin.
Howard,
Is it? Did you date Robin?
no, I bought this book and I tore it up and burned it up yesterday.
You burned it.
I
Just as
burned
long
it.
as you're paid.
So where are you from? That accent is very unusual.
I'm from the Caribbean.
Oh, you are from the
Yeah, I
Caribbean.
listen to the show every day. I mean, it's a shame what she does to black people on the show anyway. But I can't believe that she would go out and lie about being abused just to get attention.
Well, it's a hard thing to prove, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something about Robin.
father admitted to it.
Not only did her father admit to it, but
Yeah, he hasn't said the book is a lie.
Her father probably just does it just to save her, just to save his.
you think he's getting a cut of the book?
I think so.
I see.
That contract.
This guy's like, he should be on the OJ
I
jury.
tell you, boy, you got some defense going.
And
Yeah.
Howard, I also believe OJ is innocent. And if you listen to
Uh-oh.
if you listen to
Well, there. Now you're going to argue with
Blowing
this
your
guy?
credibility.
How is OJ innocent? Go ahead.
If you listen to what's been going on yesterday with the mess that was constructed in that that evidence collection, more and more, I'm
Sir,
beginning to believe.
did you
that OJ
understand
is
that a poor evidence collection,
Right.
listen to me carefully because you're not that bright, the poor evidence collection would make it actually harder to tell it was OJ's blood. In fact, in cases of poor evidence collection,
Howard,
it would
no.
wash out OJ's blood. OJ's blood
Howard.
is there.
If you don't
All right,
understand.
okay. You know what?
You don't understand.
There is clearly contamination.
Okay. If there's, sir, what do you do for a living? I hear you being buzzed.
I'm an accountant.
You are?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. I would never let you do my taxes.
No, Howard,
In the Caribbean, I'd let you do my taxes.
no, I'm telling you.
No, listen to me, sir.
The
If there's contamination, OJ's blood would be lessened, not enhanced. Oh, for God's sakes. How dare he insult my Robin. Now, let's get back to the book and Jackie's interpretive reading. Quivers of Life. Jackie Martling,
The point of the two
interpretation.
Jameses is the second James is she leaves the Cretan.
Right.
Continues to chase her, but I'm going to skip over that.
Okay.
Because he just can't get enough of her, and she rejects him. But
Right.
this is her meeting James, who
All right.
almost claims her as a prize, but
All right. This
you have
is
to
where
buy the
Robin.
book to find out if he does or doesn't.
This is where Robin meets the second James.
Yeah.
No, the
First James was not a romantic interest.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Jackie. And now, Jackie as Robin reading from her book.
What I didn't know was that I'd find my Prince Charming as close to home as my friend Marlene's kitchen. Marlene was one of my last classmates who didn't have a guy. We became partners on the prowl.
Isn't it interesting to see what Jackie's favorite part would be? Really? Yeah, go ahead.
On our first outing, we met at her house. I was early, so she was still dressing.
Go ahead, stop the laugh. Just do it. You're not that funny. Go ahead.
Shut up.
Okay. I. When you don't laugh at yourself, you're funnier. Go ahead.
I'm laughing.
Go.
Don't you laugh?
All right. Don't break yourself up. You do interpretive reading.
I had on my man. This is in quotes.
Right.
I had on my man trapping outfit. We're talking a lime green tennis skirt and a navy blue shell.
What is
The
that?
colors of the day. And all you could see were legs for days. I forgot all about fashion, though, when I walked into Marlene's kitchen and saw him.
Ooh.
And I don't know.
Beautiful
I
read.
don't know
Come
what
on. Give the guy some credit.
I don't know what the other guys will choose, but I'm hoping that no one will choose the passage that I will be doing if I get another opportunity.
Do you have another passage
more
selected?
favorite passages.
Oh, he's full
Well,
of
I
one.
don't want to overdo it here.
I'll do one more.
You do one more. I
see-
love it.
see, but each-
You got to admit he's good at it.
Each part, though, you really need the build of.
What's going on? All right,
Need
so
a
save it.
lead in?
Maybe this doesn't need.
All right. Is it a paragraph? Here's Jackie again. He obviously wants
He
to read
loves
more.
this.
I mean, this is not a bitch. I mean, this is.
He read to me for about 15 minutes in the car, and he had me going.
You know, maybe let me
It's
go.
different.
I'll
You know
go
what?
a little
I
faster.
should have let Jackie do my audio.
Yeah, I know. You don't tell me you did it.
Yes.
No. Jackie do
I'll
it.
go a little faster so it's not so drawn out.
No. You read. I don't want to
You
ruin your
read it the
impression.
way you think I wrote it.
Very regal.
Don't shortchange it.
It was probably that kind of peer pressure that convinced me that now was the time to shed my virginity. It had never occurred to me that I could be a lesbian, and I figured that if I wasn't a virgin anymore, it would end the speculation of others. With James out of the picture, I was free to find out. The lucky man turned out to be a friend of my roommate's ex-con boyfriend. His name was Billy. He was like all the boys back in my old neighborhood. A decent sort,
How dare you read my words?
but not much ambition. He'd finished high school and had gotten himself a job. The next thing on the agenda was to find himself a woman. He flipped for me the night we met, so I thought, why not? I don't think either of us knew what we were doing. Oh, for all I know, Billy might have been a virgin too. The big event took place in his mother's converted basement, which served as his Washington, D.C. bachelor pad. I had no idea what I was in for. The pain was excruciating. I would have preferred to have been stabbed repeatedly, but here I was instead with my head repeatedly banging into the headboard of his bed. But I was determined
battle.
to rid myself of this dreaded virginity.
Get rid of it.
So I gritted my teeth and stuck it out. Just as the pain was beginning to subside, he
Enough
stopped
already.
thrusting, shuddered, and collapsed on me like a dead man. My first thought was that what all the fuss was about? But my second was that I was now a proud member in good standing of the Sisterhood of the Sexually Active.
That was
Beautiful. Wow.
Girl, you as a woman.
He loves reading out loud.
Oh my.
He loves it. You have given him a purpose in life. That's what he's doing at Rascals. He's going to be reading from your
Well, it
book.
would be a fresh reading.
You'll be picking out new paragraphs.
Yes, as I go on.
Well, nice work, Jackie.
Thank you very much.
Pretty wild stuff, huh? It's different when he reads it, isn't it?
Very.
It's funny.
I'm just picturing her sitting there, typing away. I, on the other hand, looked wonderful. I'm trying to figure out
That
which word she
was
picked.
a
Should I say
joke.
elegant or wonderful or stupendous? Oh, that's a little strong.
The superlatives are getting too strong.
When Jackie started doing his legs forever read yesterday in the
that
car.
again. Just the colors
Legs
of the
forever.
day.
The
and
colors of the
legs
day.
That was really the best
Going on.
passage.
Oh, stop it. Not again.
No,
enough.
please. He's ready though.
Yeah.
He loves doing that.
All right. I am going to take a break. And
I'm crying.
what are you wearing? The colors of the day?
No, not today.
All right. Do you have legs forever today?
What does that mean?
What? Colors of the
Colors
day?
of the day. I
Those
can-
were the hip colors of
Yeah, everybody was wearing lime green and navy blue back then, Jackie.
That's
Except
what all the
Jackie.
gals were wearing, you cretin.
When the cretin saw me,
His
eyes popped out of his head.
Holy Jesus.
When the cretin beheld me.
What words did you
I-
decide against instead of cretin? There must have been other choices.
Is Gorgon still there?
Gorgot.
Simpleton.
How dare he date me?
Fey fool.
Fey fool that he was. All right, listen, let's take a break. Obviously, a lot of people having fun with the book.
I'm
Reading it
saving
in ways you
myself.
never imagined.
I'm saving myself for a friend of an ex.
You know what? However it hits you, that's fine.
What is it?
Everyone's cool and loving this.
I love that. It's in great reading.
Everyone's saying Jackie shouldn't put out any more of his CDs and just do this.
Just read my book.
Well, he says to me, today, Howard, I'm going home, and then we'll call Dial a Joke, and my reading will be on there. I go, that's the greatest. I said, I would actually call your stupid number if you had that.
Is that all right with you, Robin, if I put it on?
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. He has to get your permission because it's copyrighted material. You could sue him. No, she's into it. She's into the whole sales mode. That much I know.
We'll be on there tomorrow.
That is hysterical.
This fact you gave me is very interesting about your book, and I would like to address that
Okay.
for a brief second.
All right.
Do I have a second, Fred?
Yeah.
Good morning, Howard. I finished Robin's book over the weekend. It was interesting to say the least. I would be interested in knowing what you, Gary, and especially Fred were thinking when Robin was acting like a raving maniac. Tell Jackie to save his breath. Love you all except Jackie. P.S. Can you tell us, or is Robin still that scary? Well, actually, Robin is not completely cured, even though she thinks she
Oh
is.
boy! Look
But-
who's diagnosing
Hey,
me.
I'm not saying I'm well. I'm just telling you I'm not cured. So
Yes,
anyway,
I know you're not cured.
but Robin is cured. Who wants to go first?
I do.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know what was going on with Robin, but I thought that maybe at one point Robin actually had me convinced that there might be something wrong with me. and there's a story in the book where Robin talks about how she yelled at me having to do with the birthday show when she spoke to you. And I remember when you walked me out of the building, and I was really, really flustered. And you said to me, Gary, don't worry, Robin. You know, she goes a little off. She's a little out there. She's a little nutty and everything. And I remember
You
thinking,
said that stuff to
Of
him.
course,
And
you're
I remember-
insane.
and I remember
I
thinking
knew
of-
it wasn't his fault.
and I remember thinking to myself, Howard probably went home and called Robin and said, "Don't worry about Gary. He's a little nutty.
That's
He's a little
exactly
crazy."
what I did.
Yeah, it's exactly. You know,
I just told both of you, but no, actually, I told Gary that you were insane.
but I didn't believe Howard.
I mean, I smoothed it out. Once I said that, he was like, I said, you gotta understand, she's insane.
But Howard mentioned to me that you had sort of in the past had some episodes, and I just didn't believe him.
What episodes are you talking about?
No,
you know,
said
where
that-
you go off and you go whacked out.
Right.
Right.
You told Gary this.
Of course.
When did you do this?
Every day.
That day,
now I'm getting upset.
the morning,
of course.
the morning after that fight, after you and I made up, I walked Howard down to the car, and I said, "Man, that was pretty wild."
Yeah,
Rob was
Gary was really shook up.
This was in the other
and the fight
building.
made no sense.
Yeah.
So I said, it's Robin. She doesn't make sense.
and, then, and
On the air, she makes
and
sense.
Fred as well used to try to convince me, "Hey, don't worry, it's not you." But I thought there was something wrong with me.
Freddie too was
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
behind my back.
Oh, everyone was. They'd all come to me, and I had to smooth everything out.
I was new. I had no idea what was going
And Jackie actually was good because he just didn't even pay attention to it.
on. I was still trying to get you guys out. You know.
So that's what was going on. Now I'm finding out things.
Yeah, Fred, is that pretty accurate?
I'd say you're absolutely right. And also, as a postscript, she's better, but she still has to be watched.
Right.
Thank you, Fred,
that's from
Mr.
Fred.
Maniac.
In other words, there's a second book in her.
I think there's a second book,
Right.
if not in her,
Encyclopedia.
in us, as an addendum to
Right.
this book that just came out.
Yes, and I will go on the record
You know
as
what? I
saying
used to like Fred.
I sort of was the glue that held everything together for Robin. You don't know. I should write a book on how many meetings I had to take behind the scenes to hold Robin's
you go.
job together. People were like, I don't understand her. How could she work here? I said, she's talented. Who cares how kooky she is off the air? I don't have any problem with it.
Robin, he actually said that to me many times. He said, "Listen, Robin's a little kooky. She goes wild off the air, but she's the best person I've ever worked with, and I don't care what she does in the rest of her life."
I don't care how miserable she makes you.
The
Just sit
radio
there.
sh-
I said to him,
Take it.
I said, hey, stupid, just stand there and take it, and don't let it mean anything. She'll forget it the next day. What you did?
this is horrible. I'm so sorry.
She's never written a book. I told you.
No, I didn't. I had no clue what
You were
people
whacked.
perceived about my carrying on.
Yeah.
I mean, it really shocked me when I discovered Gary was so hurt. It really did.
Did it? Really?
I was devastated.
Oh, yeah.
I was devastated.
We used to huddle like under the desk with the interns and even the guy in promotions. We'd like, because you just never knew.
Yeah, Jackie's contract crap was a holiday compared to you. I mean, really. Once every 3 years, Jackie.
That was a party.
Yeah.
Few bucks.
Other than that, he's okay. But look, you've pulled through in Quivers of Life, and
and
that's
now
the.
you're telling people I still should be what?
Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna cry.
Go celebrate with Robin.
There you go.
But actually, the book is a great read, and you'll enjoy it. And you should go. You should quickly run for it before they sell out.
It does make me sad to think that I did that to people.
Well, just say you were sick back then. Now you're healthy.
I was, but there's no excuse.
That's right. And if you want, buy the book and read it out loud.
Read it to your friends.
Now, who's going to do the next read? Is Fred going to go next?
I could go or Gary could go.
Yeah, all right. So next week we'll have more readings.
Okay.
Sure.
Gary, you going to do a reading?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right,
Over the
good.
weekend, I'll find my 6 best selections.
All right, very good. Nice reading, Jackie.
It was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Some of the best work he's ever done.
You know what? He finally found something he does
He
good.
does that well.
Yeah.
You know, it's been how many years?
Yeah.
My God, did I enjoy that.
I know.
It's so much better than your Michael Jackson.
How many years?
Because Jackie is mad about everything. My stand-up career, I should be more famous. I should. That he does. People are calling. They can't get enough.
They can't.
If you did that on Star Search, you would have won.
Easy.
I hadn't written it.
Maybe
I
I'll
know.
make a Star Search with one of these passages.
You didn't answer the question properly.
Which is, what is
What
the
do you
question?
think? Am I still? See, they talked. I'm not that scary.
I think you got it more under control, but I'm still waiting for the old Robin to pop out. I think it could happen any day.
I think.
Because what happened with her assistant? That's what I can't figure out. I think the
Again.
old Robin popped out.
Again,
you could be right.
again.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in the world with problems.
Wait, don't. It
No, but
could
no.
happen anytime.
Not giving me the benefit of the
No,
doubt.
but Robin, you're not the only one in the
Nobody-
world with
No one-
problems. You just keep meeting all these other people who have them.
And
Right.
nobody on this
Quiet,
show gets the
Gary.
benefit of the doubt, Robin. Nobody gets the benefit.
We're just waiting. I'm just waiting to see.
All I
So
know-
far, I will say you are better.
Well, how could I certainly couldn't
I'll
keep
second
it?
that.
I certainly couldn't keep it under control before.
That's
how
true.
come I'm doing it now?
That's a mystery. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I think it's like sometimes I think Robin's playing a game.
Yeah.
You know, like she's I can take it, I can take it, I can take it. And
Well,
she goes home and
it
kicks a
could
cat.
be?
Yeah.
You know what it could be? It could be like the eye of a hurricane. Like you get the leading edge, and then there's that calm in the center
Fred,
of the
can I say
storm.
something? I never know what you're talking about. There's never once
You
I know
never
what
heard
you're
that
talking
analogy
about.
before?
That's why I like him
Yeah.
to explain.
What is
me.
it, Stuttering John?
You know how she's better, Howard? She doesn't yell in public anymore. She just gets you when you're alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just knows how to. Like,
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's not
a
fair.
lie.
You're really stupid.
You
She's
are,
got a.
you are the most irritating human being on earth.
oh, yeah, okay.
All right, let's take a break. Enough discussion of Quivers of the Life. Let's do the news when we get back. And
If I'm so scary, why is John always saying, Robin, we haven't hung out?
Because I'm.
exactly. All right, let's take a